Hi everyone, Trudy here with Heal Wellness and Therapy, and today we are talking spinal mobility tools. So everything from a simple chair that you have in your home to a physical therapy or physio ball, to the great foam roller that has many purposes, to now the latest and greatest tools that are on the market to help you find mobility in your spine. What I am going to do with you today is teach you how to use them all. First thing is first. Why would we want to create mobility to our spine? Well, unfortunately, as humans, we do so much that is forward, from being on our smartphones, to driving, to eating, to being in chairs, to sitting all day long. And so our middle spine, also known as your thoracic spine, and 12 ribs on each side that connect to that, get very stiff. When that stiffness happens, not only do you start to have neck and shoulder issues, but like everybody who has a sitting job, you start to feel it in your low back and your hips. So if we can get the middle of the spine moving, we can loosen everything up to create more mobility for all of the tasks you have in life. Now, when it comes to mobility tools, some tools are really large. The larger the size of the tool, the greater the stretch to the spine. Some tools are very specific. And when you have a very specific tool, it functions like a fulcrum. So you're only mobilizing a single segment of your spine. The larger the tool, the less prescriptive, also the more of a stretch that you can get. The more specific the tool, or the smaller the tool, the more specific to your spine and a little bit more prescriptive, where I encourage people to think about getting advice from your personal trainer or physical therapist if you're doing really specific joint mobilizations. Before we get into exact explanation how to use each and every one of these tools, check below in the description. There's affiliate links so that you can get any of these tools that you want. Let's start with the one tool that everybody has in their home, a chair. Now, it is a universal tool that most people have access to, but it is actually a very specific mobility to your spine. So wherever the back of the chair is, that is the area, maybe one, maybe two segments of your spine that you will actually be mobilizing. So if you need to mobilize the higher area of your upper back, then you need a high back chair. If you are trying to reach the lower part of your rib cage, then you need a really low chair, or place yourself up on something on the chair. But it's super easy to do. Have yourself a seat in the chair, take one leg, bring it up on the chair so that you stabilize through your low back. No purpose getting mobility of your spine if you're going to injure your back at the same time. Then take your hands, place your hands behind your neck or your head, interlace your hands, and support your head into your hands. Allow yourself to take a nice deep inhale, and as you exhale, just gently lean back and up and over the chair. Then once you have yourself there, take a nice deep inhale into the rib cage. That's what's going to get that spine and those ribs moving, and then exhale out and maybe stay there for 2 to 3 nice deep breaths. Simple, easy spinal mobility. Next spinal mobility tool, a simple physio ball. Nice and inexpensive. You can find them at most fitness areas. And the best thing is, no matter what the condition of your spine relative to osteoporosis, arthritis, scoliosis, this is a very safe stretch for you to do for your spine. The easiest way to perform a spinal mobility exercise with a physio ball is to have a seat on the physio ball, have some room in front of you that you can walk yourself out. Then use a nice good abdominal contraction, keep your spine nice and long, and slowly walk your feet out as your spine rests onto the physio ball. Now, let's take care of our neck here. So allow yourself to rest your hands behind your head. Take care of your low back. Squeeze and lift and bridge through your buttocks so that your spine is nice and stable in the lowest lumbar area. Once you have yourself there, Gently let yourself lay up and over the physio ball. Now, once you're there and your head is supported, you can lengthen those arms out and get a beautiful chest stretch while you're getting that spinal mobility. But the bottom line is, no matter what you do with your hands and your head, when you get into the position of the stretch, make sure you're taking deep inhales and exhales to create mobility through the ribs and the spine. To get yourself back up off of a physio ball, support the head with the hands behind the neck or head. Allow yourself to gently walk yourself up as you brace through your abdominals, and you have created mobility in your spine. Moving on to some great newer products on the market, wheels that are basically variations of the traditional yoga wheel. The Chirp wheel, coming in 12, 9, and 6-inch dimensions, and the Fit Beast, also coming in 12, 9, and 6-inch dimensions. But both sets of wheels, very different in what they do. The Chirp wheels. What I love about them is that they've got this great space in the middle of the wheel to provide some ease to the center of the spine where your spinous processes, or where those bones in the center of your spine are. The various sizes allow you to have a general stretch to a more specific mobilization. And more recently, they've come out with a vibration tool. So now you're getting spinal mobility while at the same time the device vibrates. What that does is allow an increase of blood flow and fluid to your muscles and joints to allow even more ease to your spine and provide greater spinal mobility. The Fit Beast, exact same concept as the yoga wheel or Chirp wheels, but they have even taken it a step further, which is why I love them. They have massage tools onto the wheels. So each of the wheels, one more general stretch, one very specific. While you're mobilizing your spine, you're also getting an amazing massage to the soft tissues on each side of your spine, while at the same time, there is still this great space in the center to protect the bones of the center of your spine. Starting with the 12-inch Fit Beast. Now, on this tool, you actually have two massage options. Option number one, soft massage while you do spinal mobility. Option number two, harder massage while you do spinal mobility. And on the side of the ring, it tells you if you're doing soft massage or hard massage. Now, it's a little wider than the Chirp wheel. So the benefit of that is you're going to get those outer back muscles like your latissimus dorsi while you're creating spinal mobility. So to get on the tool, the easiest way, place your back next to the tool, have your feet flat, your knees bent, have your hands just gently holding onto the tool for a moment. Take a deep inhale, brace through your abdominals. As you exhale, push into your feet, press your knees forward, pinch and lift through your glutes. Then take your hands and rest your hands back and behind your head. All right, remember, the larger the tool, the more the stretch, less specific. So on this tool, allow yourself to just roll up and down. As you're doing so, oh boy, is it awesome to feel those massage knobs working through, massaging all of those muscles. When you're doing so, always make sure that you keep your hips lifted and your head protected. If you have a lot of extra spinal mobility, just like on the physio ball, you can allow yourself to rest up and over the 12-inch tool, bring those arms nice and wide, and even lengthen the legs out if you so desire. Just allowing yourself to find whatever is the right position for you when you're using your stretch tool, and always, always make sure that you stay moving and breathing. The 9-inch Fit Beast, my personal favorite. Now, a couple of things to highlight about this product. One, it has hard massagers all around. So it is going to be a deep massage of those back muscles. Two, it's 7.87 inches wide. So a little bit wider than the Chirp wheel, meaning it's covering more muscle massage. It still has the space in the center to protect the spine. When you use the 9-inch Fit Beast, My advice as a physical therapist is never begin down at the base of your spine. A lot of us think that we have strong low backs because we've got lots of back muscle. But many times, if you start with a smaller tool down at the base of your spine, you can actually irritate those joints. So when you go to a 9-inch tool, or better yet, a 6-inch tool, always make sure that you're starting in the center of your rib cage. Again, the same way to get onto this device as you did the 12-inch tool. Hands behind the head, support the head and neck. Allow yourself to have your knees bent, feet flat. Push down into your feet, press your knees out, pinch and lift through your glutes to stabilize through your low back and pelvis. Then, once you're on the tool and feeling that hard massage through the muscles, gently just rolling yourself up and down as much as you feel comfortable. As you're rolling up and down, allowing yourself to get that deep, deep massage. If there's a particular area of interest where maybe you've got a lot of tight muscles, let yourself rest there, relax there, keep your spine and your abdominal muscles engaged, but breathe deeply into those massage knobs that are on that 9-inch wheel. As you do so, those muscles will just slowly start to relax and melt. And getting off the tool, same as the large tool, just gently allow yourself to lower yourself down onto your pelvis and then pull yourself back up into sitting. What is so awesome about this tool, 1-2 minutes of rolling back and forth and you get up, you feel taller, you feel like your spine is longer, and there's this gentle tingling sensation as you have relaxed all of the spinal muscles on both sides of your spine. The smallest Fit Beast tool, comparable in diameter to a foam roller or the smallest chirp wheel, but with many advantages to both of those. Number one, it has the soft muscle massage all the way around the tool. Number two, unlike a foam roller, when you're using a wheel, it can fit between the shoulder blades. So it is very perfect for that upper back between the shoulder blades and at the base of your neck area. Foam rollers, you use them the same way as I'm going to show you with the small Fit Beast tool, but your shoulder blades get stuck. So oftentimes when you're doing the upper part of your rib cage, you're not getting as much mobility as you think you are. So let's go through how to use the smaller Fit Beast tool. Just like the others, start somewhere on your rib cage, not your low back. Once you have the tool in place, allow yourself to lay down onto the tool. Center it on your spine. Once you have it centered on your spine, rest yourself on it. What I like to really do here is gently just shift myself up and down. Now, a quick little thing to learn when it comes to spinal mobility. When you're using a really small mobilization tool, if the area that you're on is tender, chances are that spine has a little too much wiggle room. Don't hang on to that area for a really long time. Areas that are stiff, you feel the tension in the muscles. So find the areas as you move up and down your spine where you feel stiffness, not sharp tenderness. Then, once you've found an area where you're like, oh yeah, there's a lot of muscle tension and a lot of stiffness there. Same idea as the other two tools. Push into your feet, press your knees, squeeze through your glutes and lift yourself up, taking all of your ribcage weight onto that tool. Resting your hands and your head for neck support here. You can roll back and forth. And as you roll back and forth, really creating mobility to the spine, all at the same time massaging those muscles. Find an area that's really specifically tight. Rest yourself on it. And remember, guys, there's rib cage there. So take deep breaths as you're holding yourself there. Just feel like you want to hang out there for a really long time. You can lower your hips if you're in the very upper area of your rib cage near your shoulder blades and shoulders. But always make sure that you keep your abdominals engaged. Don't allow yourself to arch through your low back. And just let yourself rest there and let the muscles be massaged. Okay, so there you have it. All three wheels and exactly how to use them. Larger wheel, bigger stretch for the entire spine. Remember that it has a softer side and a firmer side, so you're buying one and getting one free. The middle wheel, hard muscle massage the whole way around and so excellent for the entire rib cage. And then finally, the softer, smaller wheel, really excellent for that upper shoulder blade neck area. The final tool that I want to show you, a Norwegian mobilizer. So a very specific tool, and if you're going to use something like this, please make sure that you are using it under the supervision of a personal trainer or a physical therapist. But what you need to understand is that this device is for a single segment mobilization. So if you're somebody who has had some sort of long-standing restriction into your rib cage and thoracic spine, and you've been introduced to a Norwegian mobilizer, you want to make sure that as you're using it and applying the tool to the spine, you know exactly where it needs to go. If you've got a segment that is stuck and repetitively stiff, you would position your body so that that segment is exactly on the edge of the Norwegian mobilizer, hands behind the head, and just like any of the other tools, stabilize through the neck and the spine. So lengthen the neck, settle the chin, rest the hands onto the head. Engage through your low back and your abdominals so you can either brace. If you're high enough on the tool and you want to get a specific mobilization, you can even push into your feet, press your knees, and pinch as you lift your glutes to be right on that segment. Once you get onto that segment, allow yourself to feel the spine dropping over the edge. Do not let your head and everything fall. You can injure ribs. You can, more importantly, really cause damage to muscles. So let yourself rest up and over that segment and then take nice, slow, deep breaths. As you take those slow, deep breaths, very slowly allow yourself to start to feel the muscles relaxing and the spine begin to move. Well, there you have it. Many different spinal mobility tools. Use what you feel is best for you and keep that strong, healthy spine. Thanks for joining me.